Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia and this is the Frontline Changes Report for the past 24 hours for the 27th of February, which is the day of 1100, 1100. So no, quite a milestone, unfortunate, and the geopolitics looks like, the war is going to go on. So, you're going to have me for a bit more longer, probably more than a year by the look of it. So we're going to go into TORETSK first. So we have some major frontline changes. So Ukrainian forces basically have entered in this area. They were geolocated here, which means that they have entered into this area here in an attack. So and this comes after previously we have reported about the Ukrainians enter here. So this is like a continuation. This time now they are at this building, but the building was destroyed. But that still means that the Ukrainian forces have presence in this region. So they basically have punched a hole into this TORETSK city and basically established some kind of presence in the city. The distance from this geolocation to previous geolocation is 760 meters, all the way to the outside where the previous front line was 1.35 kilometers, or at least more than 1 kilometer. So this is a very significant change in this area here. And there's another Ukrainian geolocation in TORETSK as well. This one is is basically in Zabalka. A Russian soldier went into an assault. Basically throw I think a anti-tank mine bomb, basically a massive bomb into a building. The entire building blew up, and that shows Ukrainian having some defensive positions around here. But the fact that he actually ran out, so after he dropped the bomb, he ran out this way. So which means that the Russians actually have control around this area here. So this leads to some clarification of the front line. The fact that Ukrainian forces are still here means that the entire Skibinivka parallel universe, at least we're going to have some clarity that at least Ukrainian forces have some kind of way to reach here. So I invalidated all of the Russian claims. However, I've validated the claim around here, which means the Russians do still gain some grounds around here, but they lost all the claim all the way to Skibinivka, which means that the Russian attack comes directly from the northern part of Zabalka. So this is a very weird situation, because this means that the Ukrainians indeed have continued to hold a position very deep in Russian territory. Very, very unusual situation. So we shall see how this continue to play out. Maybe this entire region here at Petrivka, Novosilka region, the Russians may have given it up. We do not know, because the front line is very, very dynamic. It can change in a lot of ways. It could be also the case where the Russians attack and don't want to hold position. That always is a possibility. So that's why when I always talk about the mapping, I always say that this is just for reference. This is just a sense of what might be happening on the ground. It's not reality. Don't think it's reality. Avoid brainwashing yourself. And similarly, when we do all this calculation at the end of this video for the Frontline Changes Report, similarly, those are for entertainment purposes. Don't take it seriously. It's definitely not the number of frontline change on a daily basis in the reality. This is just based on our mapping. It's just to give us a sense of the trend. So meanwhile, press the like button, subscribe, and we're going to carry on from TORETSK. Yeah, subscribe. Because I'm going for 100k. We are really very close. I need your support. So half of you guys don't press subscribe. So subscribe. Half of you guys subscribe right now. I instantly become 100k channel. Can you imagine that? One video, all of you guys who are not subscribed, just press subscribe. Suddenly it will be 100k channel. That's just how easy it is. But people don't press, so I don't know. There's nothing much I can do about it. So over at Andriivka, we have some slight frontline changes around here, here and there. So what is the Andriivka? This is Donetsk. It's very far away. This is Donetsk. This Andriivka. The front line has already moved really far away, like 48 kilometers away. It's way away from artillery range, from most artillery ranges. So so Donetsk city is probably very safe right now. So at Andreevka, the Ukrainian mapping have mapped a lot of small changes here and there, and we have some slight changes around here, and there's some push around here, expansion in the south in this region here, as well as in the north. It's very confusing because because for the Ukrainian mapping, they draw it something like this. This is the front line for them. They did not. They basically acknowledge does not acknowledge this part. So it's a bit of a weird mapping. Where else we have Russian forces literally geolocated here, which it was totally not acknowledged by the Ukrainian side. So yeah, a bit of a patchwork here and there for Andreevka. So let's wait and see how this play out. So and then the next frontline change is pretty significant. It's over here at the V.Novosilka sector. Ukrainian mapping, Deep State UA has basically mapped. First they mapped it like this, and then later they map it like here. So this was actually not reported in their post. So they basically like secretly in a way map this in, and there's actually no updates in their Telegram channel saying that they have updated the map. So this looks like a hand, it looks like the hand like that, very, very suggestive. That this is actually it's like the Guan Yin, is a Bodhisattva, actually praying like this. Yeah. What are you thinking? Oh my god. Wow, I cannot believe so your brain, oh my god. So anyway, this hand here is basically mapped by the Ukrainian side that the Russian forces basically have entered into the western part of Privene, and then move upwards down up the tree line on the west of Belatske, and the Russian forces basically have occupied most of Belatske in the massive push. And this frontline change literally corroborates what I have said, that the entire front line here has collapsed for the Ukrainian side. The entire front line at the V.Novosilka, the defense line is gone, and the Ukrainian forces are basically in a mass withdrawal to another position. Confirm they will continue to fight because the war is not over, but they will have to find another line of defense. Tentatively, this line is gone. It is tentative, like the front line change is too huge. We're talking about like the front line change of like 2 kilometers in 2 days. And in fact, this is actually happened right after the frontline changes report. This was updated right after the frontline changes report for yesterday, so I didn't have this information. So when we have this now, it just look like the hand digging something, right? So very shocking frontline change. This is a huge area captured. So basically that's it. No, one more. There's one more frontline change over at the Zaporizhzhia front. Surprisingly, there is frontline changes around here at Pyatikaki. At Pyatikaki, geolocation of Russian forces entering into the southern half of Pyatikaki signifies the first frontline change in this sector in a long time. The Russian forces finally have returned to Pyatikaki in an attack. Whether they will capture Pyatikaki is another story altogether. We do not know, but there is some significant action, which means that there is confirmed some kind of major operations happening around in this sector of the Zaporizhzhia front. The frontline change is almost 800 meters, so pretty big in terms of the frontline change in this sector. There is a lot of battles happening all around this area here. At Novodanilivka, Stepove, previously Shebaki, Kamsky is also happening. So there is some kind of military operations happening around here, and they are starting to grind down the Ukrainian forces' defense in this sector. So basically, these are the frontline change. So we're going to do some mathematics. So the total area captured by the Ukrainians is pretty significant. It is 4.56 square kilometers. Particularly is this big chunk of invalidation of the Russian claims at Shchebenivka. So, and the Russians want. So let's do some calculation. So let's use this hand that is digging something. Here, it's basically they're turning the knob, below the table. Like sometimes the table they have this lock thing, right? Like the clamp. Yeah, it's turning the knob. You guys, stop thinking this kind of thing. this is a friendly channel. It's a kids friendly channel. Right. So 0.51 plus 0.35 plus 9.62 plus 1.41. And the total area captured is 11.89 square kilometers. Is still on the high side than the, I would say, the usual 10 square kilometers, but it's definitely a reduction of the speed. But because that might also be due to the lack of frontline changes report. So, and then we have to also remember that the Ukrainians do capture almost 5 square kilometers back in terms of our mapping. It's not reality. I mean, just our mapping. So yeah, so just take that into consideration. You can see that the hand is now holding this calculator. Good hand. So anyway, is your hand good? Did your hand press the like button? Did your hand press the subscribe button? Bad hand. And I'll see you guys in the next update.